this is just my quarantine vlog, really, which I thought would be quite a nice way to remember my quarantine. So for anybody that doesn't know me and is watching this, which I highly doubt, but if you don't know me, then my name's Bridget, and I have travelled to Taiwan with two of my friends, Seb and Evie, who all of us are wanting to teach English out here. So we arrived last night at about 5:30 Taiwan time, I think, and then worked our way through security and ended up getting to the hotel probably about 9 o'clock actually. So it was really cool. I have to say, one of the most amazing things was arriving here, because they are just on it with COVID. They're just on it, and it's amazing seeing the difference between our airport and the airports here, and even with Turkey, because we stopped off in Turkey on our way here, and it was just so different. We got off the plane and we were handed this like green slip that basically told us what we weren't allowed to bring into the country, which is like soil and plants and meat and stuff like that. And then we worked our way through the airport to this first place that this health declaration form that you had to fill out. Now luckily we'd filled this out the day before we decided to travel. So that was quite good, but we had to get a SIM card. So then this is all before immigration, which is insane, because like you'd think you'd do this after immigration, or at least that's what I had in my head. But no, everyone was so friendly and so helpful. We managed to get our SIM card, which was great, and it's, you know, fairly cheap. We've managed to get it for 30 days. It was 1,000 NTD, and we get unlimited data the whole time, which is fantastic. And Wi-Fi was amazing already. I managed to FaceTime my dad after I got through immigration. So we got the SIM card and we got the health declaration form, and unfortunately for Seb and Evie, I managed to get in there first with changing my number, and they had to redo the whole form. But 2 security officers stayed with us the whole time, guiding them through it. And it was just so strange, because automatically you're a little bit nervous and a little bit like, ooh, there's security, don't do anything wrong. But they were so friendly, so helpful, and we were having a laugh with them and sort of chatting about where we'd come from and stuff like that, and it was just so lovely. Then after we'd sorted all of that out, we went through, and this guy saw the home quarantine sort of like homepage that we had to screenshot on our phones. So you have to screenshot 2 pages, and then you take that through the airport just to show that you've been validated and that you can go through. So yeah, he told us that our quarantine starts from basically now to when we get to the 14th of November, I think it is, and then it's at like midnight that is when the quarantine ends. But then we have to leave on the 15th, I think, or something like that. But it's just so efficient, and everything was, obviously because it took us a long time to get our health declaration form and our SIM card as well. It was actually the longest thing that we had to do was queue in the line for immigration, which was it only took about half an hour actually, come to think of it. So, you know, it was great, and that was the only nerve-wracking bit. But I think it's always nerve-wracking going through immigration, because you're always self-doubting. You're always like, oh no, I'm sure I've forgotten something. What have I done? But no, everything was fine. So got through, and then obviously because everything took so long, our luggage was already there. We didn't have to wait for it. So I was in the faster line through immigration. So I picked up 7 EV stuff, got them onto trolleys, and then we managed to meet up and we went out the airport. So that was really cool. Again, it was just so clear, and everybody was so helpful and friendly when we were coming out of the airport and wondering where the taxi rank was. We managed to work our way through, and then at the taxi rank we got to fill out this form that said who we were and our phone numbers and basically where we needed to go. And there was a man that spoke English and was super helpful. I think the strangest thing for us was there were these people going around and just disinfecting you with these like spray bottles as you were queuing up, which is really strange, but again just shows the difference between the UK and Taiwan. They take it so seriously here, and they're just disinfecting everything all the time. Our suitcases actually came out wet on the luggage belt, and that was not because it was raining, but because they just disinfected it the whole time. which is super good. It's really, really good that they do that. So yeah, so as England are probably going into national lockdown, here we are quarantining for 2 weeks, and hopefully by the end of it all of us are negative, and then we can go out and just spend our time doing whatever we want to do because Taiwan has no COVID. So yeah, I just thought, actually my dad told me to do this vlog because he thought it might be a nice thing to do for any family members who are watching this. And it's also quite nice for me actually because I'm rubbish at keeping diaries. Writing is an effort, which sounds awful, and I am actually keeping a diary, but yeah, it's much easier to talk at a camera and not talk at no, that makes sense. As you can see, I'm not particularly good at this. So maybe I'll refine it over the next couple of days. But yeah, so that is who I am, and I've already sort of recorded some videos just because of what I've been doing and sending it to my family and things. So I'll add those on after this one, and it starts with a little bit of the journey in the taxi to the hotel. Which actually was really cheap considering it was about a 2-hour journey from the hotel. So it was about, I think, 1,080 NTD, which worked out about, I think it's about £25, if that, maybe a bit more. But yeah, it's really, really good. I think the government might be subsidising some of it, but don't hold me to that because I don't think it's factual. It's just something that we speculated. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the videos, and thanks for watching if you are interested in watching them. Hey, so I just woke up. I'm absolutely shattered because obviously it should be in the middle of the night at the moment, and I didn't fall asleep until like 3 a.m. this morning because I couldn't sleep. But this is my room. It's my bathroom. It's got on charge. This is my shower there. But it's really cute. It's got like that black thing there is a mini fridge. So I put loads of water in there because you can't drink the tap water here. And so they gave you like a massive box of water here. And you can just ask for it to be refilled, which is really cool. And then this is my kettle. It's really odd. It's like a thermos flask. And you put it on a thing and it heats up. So that's cool. This is my aircon because I couldn't get the other one working last night, but it seems to be working now, which is good. So yeah, the view from my room is pretty cool. Let me just see if I can show you. You'll be the first person I show. So I'm on the 7th floor. And then Shanive's and Seb are like a little bit lower down. I think Seb's on the 6th floor and Evie's on the 5th floor. It's so cool, like, you can just about see in the distance. There's sort of like a grey patch in between those two buildings, and from what I can make out, they're mountains, which is so cool. And there's like on the road you can see there's so many scooters going past. Okay, not right now, but there were. There's the one. So yeah, it's super cool. Like, we arrived here last night, taxi turned around there, and yeah, so it's super amazing here. And everyone was super friendly. Hello, family. Just thought I'd give you a quick update on what. So you saw my room, and then you could see the view as well, which was really cool. I just saw it a second ago. It's really nice. I'm so tired because obviously it's meant to be like midnight right now. I didn't fall asleep until about, I want to say like 3 o'clock, perhaps, maybe a bit later. After I spoke to Eileen phoned me last night, and then I was so tired, I was basically falling asleep while I was chatting to her, and then I was wide awake for like 3 hours. So I was just watching something on my laptop, and then I was like, Bridget, if you don't fall asleep now, you're gonna regret it tomorrow because you're not falling asleep in the day. So I made myself fall asleep and slept really well. It was quite hot, but very comfortable. Coochie's next to me, and yeah, so I set my alarm for 8 o'clock, managed to wake up to Radio 1, but of course it's not Greg James, it is Club Classics, which is lovely to wake up to in the morning. Did not think that through. So yeah, just waiting now for my phone call to say breakfast is outside. Should be between 8:30 and 9. That would be an interesting one because I don't know what it's going to be like. But hopefully it won't be any fish. I did manage to finish my dinner last night. I figured it's best to have a full stomach, but yeah, had my tea, lots of things. Hello, just an afternoon update now. So I decided to do some bullet journaling this morning, which was quite nice. But I only did just like this little bit of writing, and then I just didn't have the energy to do anything. It was just it wasn't going to happen. So I decided to come back to bed, and then I was saying to myself, right, you need to stay awake for as long as possible, because if you fall asleep, then you're going to regret it in the night. But unfortunately, I did end up falling asleep. I had a full stomach of tea, and that never helps. But on the bright side, I have started trying the food, and it's not that bad. It's actually quite yummy. I had this questionable drink this morning that Seb really liked, but I wasn't so keen on. It was like this oaty sweet tea thing, and it had lots of milk and no. I did try it, but I ended up throwing most of it in the sink, unfortunately. But I did keep the cup because it's perfect for tea size, which I am missing out on. But luckily, I've decided that I do like oolong tea, not a massive fan of black tea. So there we go. We're trying new things. We're getting there. I'm working my way through The Nanny, which is this American show that I actually really quite enjoy. It's quite an easy show. It's a bit like How I Met Your Mother and Big Bang Theory, stuff like that, but it's like the 90s version. But it's quite good, so I'm enjoying that. It is now, I think, about 10 to 5 here, and I just FaceTime my parents, which was fun. But yeah, I don't really know what to do now. I think I might just chill a bit more, have some more water, and carry on watching The Nanny. My dad has told me that I need to make these videos into a vlog, so that is why I'm doing this video, to add it to the videos that I already have. Don't know if anybody will watch it, but if you do, welcome, and if not, then great. So yeah, I might do another video later, and then I'll upload this tonight. So it is currently 10 to 2 in the morning on Sunday the 1st of November, so pinch punch, first of the month everyone. I failed at my attempt to stay awake all afternoon, which is great. Ended up sleeping for like 3 hours. I had a full stomach of food, so that would be why I fell asleep, because I was nice and cozy and warm in my bed, and then all of a sudden I had a full stomach, and it was really lovely. Yeah, so it was just a bit annoying. I was just editing my amateur editing on iMovie. I was just editing my videos, my amateur editing, and it was occurring to me that I hadn't actually spoken about how I was feeling, and sort of like my mood tracker, I suppose. They do a lot of them in bullet journals, but I don't have the what's the word I'm looking for, the sustenance, I don't know. So I was just editing my videos, amateur editing, I hasten to add, and actually discovered that I wasn't really talking about my mood, which I know that if I was looking up videos before I came out to Taiwan and had to do the 2-week quarantine, I would be probably a little bit anxious about. I'm quite open with my mental health. I'm currently on sertraline to try and help me with my anxiety and depression, and I'm hoping to take myself off them in the new year, but for now I'm staying on them. And I was a little bit anxious because obviously I'm in a completely new country. I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm not with my friends. Just thanking the Lord so much that we have internet, and that Taiwan is very good for internet, because that means that I can contact my family and talk to them about how I'm feeling, and keep in contact with people that can make me smile every day, which I think is really important. So for day one, I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I'm had my sleep, I've kept myself entertained. I've actually just FaceTimed and played a bit of a game with Seb and Evie Evie's brother Sam, who's joining us later on in the year probably at this rate. So yeah, that was really nice. It actually picked up my spirits a little bit. I had a few laughs and just chilled out. So that was really nice. So yeah, I just wanted to give an overall of day one really and just say that I'm really happy to be here and think I've made the right decision, which is really good. And hopefully the rest of the quarantine will be like this, but I'm under no illusion that it will be because I think it will get tougher as we go through. So yeah, that day one is good. At least I have a window. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope you find this informative or interesting or entertaining in some way or form. I realise it's not the best production, so to speak, but I am an amateur and I'm not wasting my time on big expensive editing things. It's just not me. I'm quite realistic with myself. I won't do it. Anyway, I'll upload this video now and hopefully I will take some more videos tomorrow. I'm just checking in and let you know what I'm up to. Thanks, bye.